Whew. Alright. If you're like me, you've probably spent the last few weeks rolling around in the new skate game, flying off buildings, rolling across the map with your friends, opening loot boxes, and even skating. And since everyone else has already shared their hot takes, here's my 2 cents. Skate is a pre-alpha game that plays like a game in pre-alpha. Consistent graphical and physics bugs make it play like a toddler on a unicycle. Unpredictable, chaotic, and somehow so impressive when it actually works. The physics glitches can be a lot of fun when you're not actually trying to complete any challenges, but the graphical bugs, like text and UI overlays getting stuck on the screen, can get old fast. Recently I've encountered a glitch when collecting new items, the game will give it to you twice, which kind of makes it for a slow process of actually collecting items in the first place. The always online model of skate has been pretty rough to begin with. When playing with friends, there's an annoying bug where you aren't visible to each other, so you end up following around a floating gamer tag moving at 1 frame per second. Some challenges don't even give you enough room to get up to speed before you start, similar to problems in Skate 3. The camera settings are another headache, constantly reverting back to default like the game's trying to gaslight you into thinking you never changed it in the first place. These issues can add up and feels like you have to jump through a lot of hurdles just to start playing the game. There's a lot of gameplay bugs too, like getting thrown off your board for no reason, clipping through the ground, and frequent game crashes and connectivity issues. The climbing mechanics need a lot of work too. Right now it feels like Temu Assassin's Creed. The gameplay loop of completing enough challenges to open loot boxes to unlock cosmetics so you can complete more challenges with a slightly cooler looking skater can get repetitive after a while. The video editor is buggy and laggy, and you can't do much more than a single follow cam shot, although I have seen some pretty realistic looking edits online. There's no super ultra mega park.
Why are we still here?
And of course no Hall of Meat. I'm assuming the devs left out Hall of Meat and replaced it with the much more PG stunts due to rating concerns, and I'm assuming they're trying to avoid that for a free live service game. The loot boxes are fine, a bit underwhelming, but at least there's no gambling element. You're always guaranteed all the items in the box, it just depends on what order you're going to get them. And it can kind of be a fun goal to try and complete all the boxes, so I guess that's a small win. The soundtrack has been okay. I was stoked to hear a few Skeggs, Dinosaur Jr. and Sonic Youth tracks on there, but I found myself becoming burnt out on the soundtrack only after a few weeks of playing. Whereas even after a decade and a half, I'm still obsessed with the lineup of bangers offered in Skate 3. Maybe that's just the power of nostalgia. Also, why haven't they added Even Flow to the new Skate soundtrack? Like, if there's one song that has to be on the Skate soundtrack, it's Even Flow. A recent update patched out most of the speed and launch glitches that players were using to blast across the map. On one hand, it's nice to see the devs actively improving the game, but on the other, the chaotic, high-flying moments were still a lot of fun. The Season 1 update did genuinely bring in some great additions, which makes this a great time to talk about what Skate actually does right. With the addition of
Season 1,
we got some much-needed lighting updates, a season pass system introducing a new currency for unlocking cosmetics, and a batch of new challenges to earn that currency. On top of that, there was a map overhaul, adding more ramps, rails, and new spots to steer off, which has been a nice way to break up the monotony of the gameplay loop. Still, I wish the devs would cycle the challenges more frequently, because right now you can knock them all out in a single sitting. The community parks have also started to change, which is great compared to the previous version, where the park would stay exactly the same for 24 hours before inexplicably transforming into Clifford the Big Red Cube, then reverting right back to the same layout and resetting the 24-hour timer. Outside of the seasonal updates, there's still a lot to love. The trick animations look great, smooth, realistic, and satisfying when you actually stick a landing. I've had a lot of fun exploring and socializing, meeting random players, and having impromptu sessions in various parts of the city is super fun. While the physics, speed, and jump glitches may be mostly gone, the underlying physics system feels great. It's weighty, expressive, and when things go wrong in funny ways, it's almost better than when they go right. I also like the daily challenges, which keep you coming back. Yesterday we got the Halloween update, which added another new currency to unlock Halloween cosmetics. Thus far has been fairly underwhelming. I think we got 3 Halloween challenges to earn the Halloween currency alongside the community parks updating to Halloween themed skate parks, which was fun for the first 30 minutes. So here's a few things that I'd love to see added to the game in the future. I'd love to see a way of opening multiple loot boxes at once, so that you don't have to continuously go back and find the same loot box, so that you can open it 4 or 5 times in a row. The ability to save multiple custom outfits and board setups would be great. I'm a player that loves to change up my cosmetics frequently, and if I could save different outfits, similar to what you can do in Grand Theft Auto Online, that would make things a lot easier. Deeper customization options like truck truck tightness and wheel dexterity settings, similar to what we had in Skate 3, where you could change the truck tightness. That would allow you to turn sharper, same with changing the wheel dexterity. Harder wheels would make you power slide further, softer wheels would stop you from power sliding so far. Some procedural wear and tear on the board and trucks would be really cool. It's nice to have the pristine looking skateboard, but it'd be awesome if we could have some wear and tear on those boards after grinding a few times. It'd be really cool, and then we could reset it back to default. Even adding setting like we had in Forza, where you can turn off the cosmetic damages. I know everyone's saying this, but in offline mode, we all want the ability to play offline if servers go down or if Wi-Fi's playing up. Please bring back Hall of Meat. We love Hall of Meat. Also, please bring back Coach Frank. I hate V. I've turned V off. I don't ever want to hear V again. I'd much prefer have Coach Frank yelling at me. He is so much more fun. And finally, last but not least, please give us a Super Ultra Mega Park. Even if you just reskin the old one and chuck it in somewhere in the map, everyone will love it. Super Ultra Mega made Skate 3. It was a huge highlight of the game. So at the end of the day, Skate is a messy, chaotic, and sometimes straight up broken game, but it's also creative, hilarious, and full of potential. If the devs keep refining it and actually listen to community feedback, Skate could easily become something great. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. It was a bit different. The last video I posted was coming back from Europe, and now I'm talking about video games. I just felt like making this video. I don't know why. Thanks for watching.